Welcome to the Montage of Mayhem, a series of stories that will take you on a terrifying journey through the darkest corners of the human psyche. Each episode brings you bone-chilling tales of horror and suspense, featuring stories of terror and intrigue that will send shivers down your spine. From haunted houses and cursed objects to supernatural creatures and unspeakable horrors, we explore the mysteries that lurk in the shadows, waiting to pounce on the unsuspecting. Join us as we peel back the veil of reality and explore the depths of fear and madness. Our stories are not for the faint of heart, but for those brave enough to face the unknown. The Montage of Mayhem promises to deliver a spine-tingling experience that will leave you questioning whether the dead truly rest in peace. Get ready to embrace the darkness, because once you enter the world of the Montage of Mayhem, there's no going back.
It was here that Kai, a young historian with a passion for uncovering forgotten stories, found herself drawn to the whispers of the past. Armed with a recorder and a keen sense of curiosity, Kai ventured onto the battlefield at dusk, the time when the boundaries between worlds grow faint. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of blood and fire, the air around them filled with the sounds of battle, the roar of cannons, the clash of steel, and the agonized screams of the fallen. The ghosts of the battlefield, soldiers from both sides of the conflict, emerged from the mists, their forms flickering and insubstantial, yet their faces etched with the pain and terror of their final moments. Kai realized that these spirits were not mere echoes of the past, but sentient beings, caught in a loop of their most traumatic memories. Each ghost had a story, a life that had been cut short by the war, and Kai desired to give voice to these forgotten souls. Among the spectral soldiers, Kai encountered Jeremiah, a young private whose dreams of glory had been extinguished on the battlefield. Jeremiah spoke of his fear, his hopes, and the love he left behind, his voice a poignant reminder of the human cost of war. I thought I was fighting for the future, but all I found was an end. Tell them I remembered, tell them I regret it. And there was Clara, a nurse who had braved the horrors of war to tend to the wounded. Her spirit, weary yet resolute, recounted tales of sacrifice and compassion amidst the carnage. I held their hands as they crossed over, whispered comfort in their ears. The war took so much, but it couldn't take our humanity. As Kai listened to their stories, a tapestry of human experience unfolded, a narrative that transcended sides and ideologies. The battlefield, a place of division and strife, became a ground of shared sorrow and loss, a reminder that in the end, war spares no one. With each story recorded, Kai felt the weight of history pressing close, the ghosts of the battlefield entrusting them with their memories, their hopes for remembrance and peace. Kai did not take the responsibility lightly. Returning from the battlefield, Kai set to work, weaving the stories of Jeremiah, Clara, and the others into a narrative that spanned the chasm of time. Their podcast, a labor of love and respect, became a bridge between the living and the dead, offering the ghosts of the Civil War battlefield a chance to be heard, mourned, and finally find rest. The release of the podcast was met with an outpouring of interest and empathy. Listeners from all walks of life were moved by the tales of the soldiers and the nurse, their spirits touched by the raw humanity that shone through the horror of war. The battlefield, once a place of spectral unrest, became a site of pilgrimage, a place where people came to pay their respects, to reflect on the past, and to hope for a future free from the specter of conflict. And as for Kai, their journey through the mists of history and the shadows of war taught them the power of storytelling, not just as a means of preservation, but as a force for healing. The ghosts of the Civil War battlefield, once trapped in an endless cycle of suffering, found peace through the acknowledgement of their stories, their lives given meaning once more.